Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Keep flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Fifty-two. 52's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Watch twist. Regular. Alert.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Corey Martin coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check 3. 56.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw again on second down. Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 29-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And McCoy loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Watch the screen. Pass.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You ain't got nothing. Kill. Stand. Are you ready?
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Okay, ready? Come on. 58, come on. Come on, D. Shoot.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go again. Hey, wahoo.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And Tate's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Start throwing the football. 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. Talking about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Back 41.
On first down, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Nice foot. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Allen. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Allen hands off to McCoy. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
80 weapon. 3 buzz. Check. Crunch.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. Now Jones off the play fake. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Red Allison, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Cut. Get it.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Jones. It's brought in left side by Tate. 12 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
On the double. 58, come on. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. Be different.
On 2nd down at 4. Jones. He gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. The quick slant caught. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready. 58 for Mike. Right here. Tight end Ringo.
From the gun, Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
New
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Check out.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Showing it.
The third quarter starts with a run by, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put a deucing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, exit. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, zoom.
Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Let's go one more. 49. Ready?
Jones. Off play action. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Let's go, defense. Go. 61, match box, step.
Now Jones, off the play fake. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. He can't hang. Here go.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Rosa's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Allen going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Check 50. Hey, lock it. Under 10. Under 10.
They run it again with Chubb. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season, and the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Dolphins, they have extended their lead in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Allen now looks to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And again, it's Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Get that ball. Hatchet. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To throw, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Allen off the play fake. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bills on third down. They've thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On play action, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Jones from the gun, he'll throw. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You got 3 down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Hey, high 7.
And again, it's Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he comes back with one complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to let it fly, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back.
Ready? 30 base.
Mike, 49.
Greystone, travel.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's go.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hit it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Double time. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Get it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, ready?
52. Who that?
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down by Jabril Peppers. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Giants, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
STRO. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name.